Thank you for building more than just a football team. You're building strong young leaders, keeping them off the streets, and focused on something positive and powerful. Even without major sponsors or outside funding, you poured in your own time, your own money, and your own passion into this program, and it shows. You are the definition of Flint strong, resilient, you're fearless, and unstoppable. So congratulations, young Bulls. You've made history, but most importantly, you have made Flint proud. Congratulations. All right, so now is the time for anyone from the coaching staff. If you would like to address the council at this time, you may be able to do so right now.
Dr. Lewis, Mayor Neely, and members of the Flint City Council. To Dr. Lewis, Mayor Neely, and members of the Flint City Council, on behalf of the entire 475 Young Bulls organization, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for recognizing and acknowledging us from the City Council. Being honored by our city for the 12U championship victory is truly a moment our players, coaches, and families will never forget. This recognition is about more than just a championship. It represents the hard work, discipline, and resilience of our young athletes, as well as the unwavering support from our community. Your acknowledgement reminds our players that their city stands behind them and believes in their potential both on and off the field. We would also like to extend a special thank you to Mayor Sheldon Neely for his support and assistance with helping provide food for our team banquet. Gestures like this show our youth that the leadership within the city cares deeply about their growth and success. With that being said, we're proud to share that several of our players have been selected to play on the 3C Sports All-Star football team, which will compete in the UYFL National Championship in Florida from December 6th through the 14th. A group of our players and coaches and families will be traveling to represent both the city of Flint and the state of Michigan on a national stage. We're incredibly proud of this opportunity and exposure it brings to our youth and our city. Please excuse our haste, because some of the young men will have to leave early due to having to get to practice. In the meantime, we are also seeking sponsorship and donations from our community to support and help offset the travel and lodging costs for our families, and especially the trip for the young men just getting to and from Florida. We are truly grateful to serve this community and represent the city of Flint with pride. Thank you again for believing in our mission and for helping us continue to provide positive opportunities for our youth. Together, we're building something special for the next generation. We appreciate you and respect.
All right. So before you walk away, yes, I want to allow an opportunity for my colleague that may want to address you to do so as well. And I heard you say that the mayor was able to contribute to your banquet.
Yes.
All right, but I also heard that you all been footing your own bill.
Yes.
You know, and you are doing what we say need to be done. We're talking about adults stepping up, being that example, putting their money and their time where their mouth is, and you're doing that. And from this body, we have supported organizations that do that. And so I feel that as a body, because what we control ordinances and budgets. Mm-hmm. I trust that we can find some support for you to continue to do your work.
Thank you. We definitely will appreciate it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilwoman Priestley.
You know, you guys represent the future of the city and the future of athletics in the city. I was never an athletic person. I was in the band. You know, the football team was on our practice field. I've seen a lot of those things. But during the time when I was in high school, Northwestern dominated the city sports. Yeah. And I see you guys doing that now. And congratulations, good luck, and don't give up, because you will regret it. When you're 50 years from now, you'll say, man, if I had only stayed playing. So don't give up, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes, Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, you have the floor.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank
I mean, you got a great, good-looking group of young, y'all want to be called young men or young boys? I'm a mom of 2 boys, and to see this, it means a lot. I'm glad that you're doing this, and coaches to step up and giving your time and energy, because you're role models. You're role models, and these young men will look towards you for guidance forever and ever. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back, because they won because they had good coaches and good parents who make sure, because it all comes together when you're doing this in the travel leagues. I've done them, and it's a lot of work when you're driving, making sure the uniforms, making sure the kids are together and having food, and somebody might be sick, or parenting time between different parents. It can be a lot. So congratulations. Please continue to do what you do. And when I walked in, I was just amazed. You know, I'm like, this is a good-looking group of young men. But you four are a good-looking group of coaches, too. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to acknowledge the team at this time?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 3rd Ward.
Okay. Once again, congratulations to the young men that are sitting here today. Great job well done, because y'all could be doing something else, but we're glad that you guys are playing the sport that you guys chose to play. Good luck for the next year championship as well, and thank you, coaches, for being great mentors.
Thank you.
All right, seeing as how everyone who wanted to speak had the opportunity to speak, I'll take a little bit of time. Coaches, congratulations. Thank you for your hard work and your commitment to our community, but not only our community, but to these young men, for being good role models for them and preparing them. Young men, I'm super proud of y'all. Y'all come from a long tradition of one thing about Flint. We are champions, we breed champions, and while we might have a little fun high school jab rivalry here and there, one thing we can all come together and agree on is that Flint turns out leaders, and we turn out champions, we turn out professional athletes. And so I have no doubt that you all will go down that path. I look forward to continuing to cheer you on, not only as you continue to do this, but as you go to high school and play football, as you go to college and play football. Some of y'all are probably already in high school, but as you go to college and play football, we are hoping you choose the right college. I won't say who, but we're just looking forward to cheering you on even as you go to the NFL. So congratulations ahead of time on the many victories ahead of you, and once again, coaches, thank you. All right, and I think that now concludes this special order. Once again, congratulations, everyone. It is now time for public comments. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box was placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speaks or slips were accepted after the meeting began. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, City Council. I'm R.L. Mitchell. I live in 3rd Ward, 759 East Linden Avenue, over there by the graveyard, Graceline. And for the record, how about those Lions last night? Yeah, the most powerful man in the whole world was sitting in the audience, Donald Trump, and I heard a whole lot of boos, but you didn't hear no boos for these victorious football players in Flint. When they go to high school, there's only one high school left in Flint, and that's mine, over Southwestern down on 12th Street. And it makes me very proud to see these black quarterbacks taking over the football league just like the Lions did, and just like the mayor of Detroit, Mayor Young. He don't have to be a puppet like the little man downstairs who being protected can't call the shots over because we finna make history in Flint over the grocery store over on Clio Road, just like Mayor Young, and we Flintstone ain't nobody to be pushed around, and the police chief's gonna find this out the night when they come up here. Chief Green and his gang. That's what they is, a gang. Because the first time I came to a gang, it was over on State Street. The gang was Lubbied Up Rover. I come straight from Georgia, and he come and recruit us in his backyard, but his big sister told his daddy on him. They said, "Daddy, Lubbied Up has got them boys on the swing, hitting them in the stomach." Anyway, every man got to be his own leader. And all these, look at them. They know how to get their own money. They gonna respond for all the years we messed up in Flint and talk about Northwestern demoralized. Let Miss Priestley talk. Southwestern was the baddest. Southwest, and that's the school I went to. The first black quarterback, they didn't want no black quarterbacks, and first one, me and Ronnie Pratt won the whole championship, and stay tuned, America. I approve this message, and give me some feedback for the mayor downstairs. The little man called us up. Well, he must get a preacher $900.5 million, but thanks to U of M, they gave the preacher the money, but we gonna cut the ribbon about 4 more days from now, and you're gonna see black people's got to eat too, like in Detroit. We have to wait for no 10 years and 14 years. Who you think we is? Now, tick-tock that, America. Stay tuned. Yabba-dabba-doo.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Mrs. Jackson.
Good evening. My name is Miss Jackson. I am Kiki's mother. LaShawn, you say you didn't hear the video, so I'm going to play it again for you so you can hear it. Okay, so right now that proves that he don't stay at 606 Mont Street. And I want to say this, to all y'all who have daughters, y'all should be listening to this. That could be your daughter. You know, LaShawn, I appreciate you talking to me that day, but again, that could be your daughter. And you be standing in the same spot I'm standing in. I'm not here to bash none of y'all, but the thing is, this is my child. I'm gonna walk all the way with her, 10 toes down. Until y'all get that demon up off of here, if it be 20 years, I'm coming down here 20 years. I'm coming 20 years strong. The thing is, too, I have granddaughters. I don't want nobody beating on my granddaughters. And like you said, you'll be seeing them, I'm gonna see him.
What?
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Beverly Biggs Levy.
Madam Madam Chair,
Yes,
I'd just like to remind everyone to put their cell phones on silent
thank you.
for our council rules.
Thank you.
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I'm in the 3rd Ward. You guys don't never start on time. And I know that it was some names before me called. You my guys must have took them out because of the mere fact that you have one person here, which is Candace. And you're not even here, and y'all do roll call. You shouldn't do roll call until everybody is here. And we need to keep standing on that ground because of the mere fact y'all doing what you want to do. It's not fair to us that we have to sit here and wait 20 minutes till everybody get here. If it started at 4:30, all you guys should be here at 4:30, not 4:31, not 4:35, not 4:44. This is ridiculous, and y'all sit like you don't know what's going on, Davina. You know what's going on, and this is sad. You don't want us to put nobody's name in, but you don't want us to speak either. And it's not fair to the people that we have to wait on you guys, but you want to start coming in at 4:30, want to know why is it 5 names in the thing and ain't but 3 people in here. Make this make sense. You're not doing what you're supposed to do for the city. But I see Liddell was trying to get her little money last week, and she had a fit because y'all didn't agree on it. Come on, y'all had to make this stuff make sense. You know, you broke, but you wanted to put up $50 the other week to with Tanya, you know, who all got their 50 to go to the Y. But you don't want to get Leon out of that seat knowing he done beat this woman. He want to be a part of a Brutes for Women's. Man, you beating on women's. This is a joke. And y'all sit up there like it ain't nothing. If it was my child and anybody else's child, they want to be heard. It's not fair. You have this psychopath on this seat, and y'all look down talking about innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, he's guilty. They arrested him, and he's still going to court. That's innocent until proven guilty. That's guilty. Y'all need to wake up and have a blessed day.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Stanley Wood.
I wore my purple today because domestic violence doesn't have a month. It's 24/7, 365. I'll be all over the place. First, the opioid money. I sent a formal request to the Attorney General's office today to have an audit done with the city of Flint and spending money for the service center on Clio Road. I've spent time the last month reading the opioid requirements and stuff. It's 573 pages. That's a lot of pages. And then I read the what directs things. And one thing that really caught my mind is it says that at least 70% of payments must be directed toward future remediation. And I went further onto this. Handing out Narcan and teaching somebody how to use it does not justify having a service center using opioid money. It talks further about, you know, what, how many different guidelines got to be followed. We definitely aren't following that, but that's beside the point. Councilwoman Mouchette, I know when I was doing a little background on your residency, I noticed there's 6 people registered at your address that you have listed to registered voters. That seems like an awful lot of people living in a small apartment. I really thought you'd be registered at your new address, which I'm not going to disclose, but luckily both of those are in the 7th Ward. And then 250384T, reallocation of ARPA funds to Ashbury Church. Just curious on how long the mayor will sit on that one too. These churches need the money, need the funding, and it was approved months ago, and then the mayor sat on it forever. So I'm just curious how long this one will be sat on too.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Marcia Talbert.
Welcome to Flint.
Good evening, afternoon, evening, council. My name is Marcia A. Talbert, and I visit you again from the beautiful state of California where it was 90 degrees yesterday. And I flew here, and now I'm freezing. A couple things I wanted to just talk about. When I was here in August, and I spoke, and we listened to other people speak about the election and all kinds of things, and it's just sad. There's been no change. I come back 4 months later, and it's still the same. 5 months. But, come on. The corruption exists. The puppeting and the puppeteers exist. We still don't know how much money is in the ARPA account, Judy. You need to tell us, because that's ridiculous. You haven't provided a report since September of 2024. It's ridiculous. The people want to know. Second thing, on August 5th when I was here, I just so happened to get followed to the elevator. And I heard these footsteps behind me, and God said, turn around. I saw this granny-looking shirt, and I said, no, this chick did not try to follow me on the elevator. See, I think you let that pretty girl fool you. I don't play. It would have been a whole different story had I put my foot into that elevator. Last but not least, because I don't want to talk long right now, I have my shirt on. I'm supporting domestic violence. I am on the support squad. And to Kiki's mother, I have a shirt for Kiki because she is not a victim. She is a survivor. And a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican woman, a whatever woman should never be beat on by a man that supposedly loves them. We all know what Lying Leon did. We know he was at Lydell's house. We know he's going to jail, and I will support that 100%. And if he doesn't go, and we have a problem in Flint. We know folks are bought off. We know y'all get money. But Lying Leon, he deserves to be under the jail. He is a felon, and he's a punk, because I could take him.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Audrey Young Muhammad.
My name is Audrey Young Muhammad. I have on one of the many shades of purple today. Two things I'd like to talk about. One, this coming up Saturday at the library, there's going to be a forum from 3 to 5 with my beloved sister from Detroit, Dr. Missy Muhammad will be here addressing Pain. She says, how do you address your pain when you don't address your pain? When we stop dressing our pain, we start addressing our power. She has been also one who has gone through a form of domestic violence, and she speaks out on it. She's a counselor. She has her doctorate degree as a social worker. She does counseling. She does many forms, and I told her we definitely need you here in Flint. So she does address a lot of the pain that many of us go through. Anyone who has been a victim of domestic violence, and many of us have and don't even know it, because domestic violence comes in many forms. But anybody who has gone through any forms of domestic violence, I pray for you. Kiki, I pray for you. Not only just your physical healing, but your spiritual healing, your mental healing. It's a whole basket there of healing. But one of the things I do also want to address in this short time is we have to get a safety committee back on board with the city council. I've addressed it before that I do know maybe 10 years ago, there was a safety committee that went through the city council, helped to build a liaison, talked to the state police, sheriff department, city police, tried to find ways that they could bring the community and the different agencies together so that way we can help fight the crime together. It's not one person who can do it. It's not one group who can do it. It's us as a collaborative. But the things we need to make sure as citizens that we feel safe, the ones who want to help, we have to also feel safe. So I just appeal to the council that at some point in time or another, maybe you go back into some of the history to see what it was that they had done. I know it was during the time when Vicki Van Buren was on the council, because she was the one who was over that committee. I attended a meeting or two with her in the communities at different churches. But this is something that's going to be very important if we're talking about decreasing the crime in our community. But we do need that to take place. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Keelani Copany. Next speaker is Mari Copany.
Picture this. You are leaving a family member's home with your 4 children. You pull out of the driveway and a car pulls up on you. A man in a ski mask opens fire on your car. Bullets fly through your car. Your significant other is shot. A bullet went through your infant's car seat, but by the grace of God, the bullet missed your baby. This is what one of my old friends from the Boys and Girls Club had experienced in Flint right before Halloween. The bullet is still lodged in her vehicle that is now undrivable thanks to the shooting. She hasn't heard a word from the police since the shooting, even though they were supposed to come out and collect the bullet as evidence. The person that shot up their car is still on the loose. Crime in our community is still out of control, and everyone needs to be working together to prevent the next tragedy from happening. Next, this shutdown is teaching us that there is a huge need in our community, one that's always been there but has been amplified thanks to the shutdown and current political climate. And it's only getting worse. I am glad to see that you are moving forward with the voucher program for residents in our community to receive a 30-live box of food, but there is more to come to take the pressure off of most vulnerable in our community. I also see on the agenda tonight you are allocating more funds for Ashbury for their food giveaway. That is great. Now can we also get more funds for St. Mark even while they are recovering from the unsolved arson to be able to continue their work over in 2nd Ward? I also would suggest funding to some of the other groups like Well of Hope that are also making sure their pantries are always full and always available to the community. It is time to stop bickering and behaving like children among yourselves and with the members of the community that you dislike, and time to start working together to make the lives of those who voted for you better.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Rich Jones.
How y'all doing today? First thing, I got a lot of things to say. I know 3 minutes ain't gonna handle it, but anyway. First thing is, the North Flint Food Plaza is opening up this Wednesday. They're having their ribbon cutting. I'll talk more about that later. That's enough on that one. I seen them young men up here today, and that was a good thing. I got a chance to talk to some of them downstairs. Flint is being represented because we all know that just because you live in Flint don't mean you go to Flint Public Schools. So, and majority of them young men are residents of Flint. And I talked to them and I hit their website up if y'all want to help them out, and I feel them when the coaches got up here and said they did it without support from the city. Because I have done many things without support from the city. It's finna do one on Christmas Eve called Another Year of Feed 60. Finna make my second order of 50 Kids Life Matter shirts and 50 Children Lives Matter shirts that I give away free to children in the city of Flint next Wednesday. I want to thank everybody. There's a couple in here that have donated and helped out, but many haven't. It's just a lot of missed opportunities in Flint. I've been just talking to people, you know, they talking about we all gotta come together and this and that. And I'm like, come on, just keep it real. We always gonna fight. We're never all gonna be on the same page. But let's stop because of our disagreement, letting good things that's supposed to happen. It don't make no sense what's going on at St. Mark's. That don't make no sense at all. But remember this, the end of the year is coming. The beginning of next year is also the ending of y'all first term. It's important how you start your year. It's important how you do your little middle stuff. But what's most important is how you finish. It's a lot of question marks. Thank you.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Tanya Jones.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Jones, and as I always start, opioid crisis is real. I'm advocating for my son, DeMichael, and I want to thank him and thank the ones for mental health is real. I mean, what I've been going through with my son has been hard, but I want to say it's joyful, and I want to take this time, my 3 minutes, and give thanks to Miss McLean. It's her birthday. It was her birthday, and I have something special for her. Advocate of the Year. I want to take take time for Ariel. I want to take time to give to Mari. I like to take my time to give to the 2 young ladies for speaking.
Oh my God, they go ahead and tell them, y'all. Everybody.
And Arthur Woodson, he's not here. And last but not least, Ms. Jerry Winfrey Carter. All the years you done served, and we thank you, appreciate it. This is Color of Law Coalition, and we the people of Flint. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm so grateful because, like I say, mental health is real because I've been depressed. Sometimes I feel like I don't get up, but guess what? I keep getting up. So I want to thank everybody for coming and everybody for keep speaking out, because when I say it get hard, but God is good through it all, and I really appreciate you. Love y'all.
That was our final speaker. It is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all public speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response should be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who would like to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 2nd Ward.
Thank you. So I would like to invite the residents to come out to our proposed schools ordinance. The proposed school fighting ordinance listening session is going to be held this Thursday at the Eric B. May Center, right there on 1002 West Holmes, from 5 to 7. And the point is for residents to learn about the proposed ordinance and to add any feedback. Pretty much just to listen to the community, because we can't have anything for the community without the community. So definitely would like the community's input. And also would like to cordially invite the community to please come out to the opening of our North Flint Food Market. It's going to be opening up, like Mr. Jones said, this Wednesday, November the 12th, at noon o'clock. The public is welcome, so come and join the celebration. You will see the shelves stocked, and the employees, they are ready to serve you. So we want to make sure that the residents know. And lastly, just want to also invite the residents to please check out the Flint 2nd Ward Facebook page, because I try to update it with current positive things going on in the city of Flint. So we hear that we have a lot of food insecurity at this point. We want to make sure that we're posting these things. We have a lot of people that are giving away turkeys. They're having dinners where you can bring your family, come and eat. All things positive and resources here, right there on the Flint 2nd Ward page. And if it's anything that you would like for me to post to promote something that you're doing that's positive, please shoot it to me inbox or email so we can get the positive word out. Because it's true, we do need to work together. Whether we agree or not, we do need to work together. And so working together is what caused these young men to win that championship. It helped them sustain a team with no funding. So we can work together and we can continue to keep more kids off the street. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 3rd Ward.
All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I did have to leave a little bit early on last Wednesday. Sorry about that, but I was listening to the Narcan book bags that the twins was giving, and I heard Mr. Stanley would give a donation. So I would like to contribute, because I was watching it later on. I would like to give you guys a donation regarding to those book bags for the homeless people. So this is from me and my family. Can one of you guys come and get it for me, please? I know, come on.
Is she yielding?
We just appreciate everybody who's doing positive things in the city of Flint, and I want to continue to support the people that are doing positive things in the city of Flint. And anytime that you need me or anybody in the 3rd Ward, just let us know. Have a great day.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, I would like to thank all of the residents for coming out. Thank you for being engaged in the process. And secondly, I would like to welcome Marcia from California. Welcome back. And thirdly, I would like to thank the Color of Law Coalition for the nice trophy here. Thank you, guys. This means a lot, really a lot. I've been serving on this council 8 years now. Going into the 9th year, and I tell you, it's not an easy job. It's not. But I'm going to continue to stand in the gap and make sure that our residents are well taken care of. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Okay, seeing as how there is no one else who wishes to speak during council response, it is now time for the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
I make a motion to send the consent agenda to council.
There's been a motion to send the consent agenda to council. Is there support? I will support it. Are there any separations? All right, seeing as though there are no separations, this is the roll call vote to send the consent agenda to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda has been sent to council. All we have left is this discussion item for the City of Flint Comprehensive Plan. So I ordered this. This was originally bought by Council President Lewis in another committee. Madam Clerk, this, we probably won't even need all of this time. I think we have like a 15-minute discussion, which we probably won't need. I know that we had requested some people be present to have this discussion with us. Are they present with us?
No. I don't want to speak on behalf of the administration. However, when I reached out, the concern was that council, there is no understanding what council wants to happen with this. So I believe that they wanted or expected council to have a discussion about it. And my belief and understanding is it was on the council agenda in January. I think it made it all the way to like a March or April meeting when it was finally failed. It failed to move. I don't even think it made out of committees. I'm not sure. So yeah.
All righty. Well, thank you. Seeing as how there's no one present to discuss this discussion item, we'll go ahead and close that out.
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 2nd Ward.
Thank you. So just wanted to add, because I received the letter, and it came from the Planning Commission, and it was also addressed to administration. So all of them received a copy. So when they say that they don't know what's happening, they know what's happening. So I just wanted to make sure that I put that on the record, that it came through us, and they were asking us to complete this MOU so they can get started on this. I don't know what they don't understand.
Council, hold on. City Administrator Clyde Edwards, could you please join us at the lectern?
Stop the clock, Babina. Oh, there he is.
Thank you for joining us at the lectern. I believe the councilwoman in the 2nd Ward was speaking to the fact that the administration did receive this information. We requested for someone to be present. I think that might have been declined, and so now we are talking to you. I think you're all caught up.
I don't know what document you're referring to, so I'd have to see the doc. I don't know what document was submitted and what it looks like and what it says.
There was a document provided to us. It's the MOU, the City of Flint Comprehensive Plan Memorandum of Understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what was provided for us. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, just for clarification, was that from, that document was submitted to you from the Planning Commission? Is that, or from the Planning Office, or where exactly did you get that document from? Oh, okay.
Madam Clerk.
This memorandum of understanding was submitted as part of a resolution to the council, so it was on a council agenda I'd have to look up the dates, but I believe it started in January of 2025. And it just kept getting postponed until it was finally failed. I think it failed to move out of committees. But it did come from the administration as part of a resolution.
Okay.
There may be someone coming to assist, I'm not sure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, but we don't have whatever she just.
Okay. You have some information? Yep.
Beverly, what's going on? Beverly. Sabina, I done told you. You Flintstones ain't no joke. Yeah, but you're in cahoots with the administrator. Yeah, come on.
It's with the comprehensive plan. We really need this.
Through the chair, hi, were there any questions that the law department can answer with respect to the process for the legislative body taking up the MOU for the master plan, the comprehensive plan?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman, you have the floor.
Attorney Gurley, that's what I was just saying, this has got to be for the master plan.
Yes.
And so, basically, someone needs to explain it, because this is a lot.
Yep, they did.
Okay, well, we in November now.
It's the same thing that they presented.
I don't know why Councilwoman Priestley is talking and it's my time. I don't. I mean, whatever happened November, December is a long time ago, and we don't have anybody from that department. And my understanding is, I don't know, the young, Mr. Edwards, is he here to explain it so that to refresh our memory? Okay, well, that might be a no.
Okay, I believe he's able to speak maybe to some of the issues. That, do you have, that just for a point of clarification from my standpoint, do you know what particulars out of this document that there were some concerns about?
So we do know with the master plan, and Emily was going around, is this something to do with her, with the meetings she had, and correcting the master plan, or we're tailoring
Updating it. We were bringing it up to date.
Correct, updating
Yes.
it. So I don't think with tonight, with getting this, maybe we need to do another time. Who would be able to speak to this? Would it be you, Attorney Gurley? Or who's in that department? We don't have a deputy planning person anymore, do we?
We have.
Well, you have what's it, planning? What was Emily's position?
She was the director. We have a deputy that handles the community side, and we have a deputy on both sides, the community side and the business side, yes.
So who's the deputy director? Because wasn't Ashley the deputy director? And
Yes.
she left her and
Rod
Emily.
Rod Slaughter is in that position now.
Where's he at?
I was not aware of this.
Oh.
I was not aware.
That it was on
I
here?
usually give the instructions on participation, so I was not aware, or else I would have
Who put
given that
this on our
instruction.
agenda then?
So I moved it from the other committee. It was originally ordered by Dr. Lewis, and then I put it on to this committee.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna vote yes on it tonight.
So it's nothing to vote for, it's just
Or to
discussion.
even
It's a discussion item.
I mean, if
and-
we don't
and
even
thi-
have anybody.
This gentleman.
And what is his name? Because we keep
This is
saying
Daquan.
gentleman.
Go ahead.
Daquan.
He can
Hi.
introduce himself.
Hello,
Hi,
I'm
Daquan.
Daquan
What's
Allen.
your
I'm a
first and
community
last
plan-
name?
I am Dequan Allen. I'm a community
You're
planner with the, I am Dequan Allen.
Equan Allen.
Dequan. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm
Hello.
a community planner from the Business and Community Services.
How long have you been with us?
7 years.
Okay. 7. I haven't seen you. Okay. So with this MOU, when do we have to, do you know when we have to have it agreement on, or where we're talking about it? Is there any time sensitivity to this?
Yes, there's a time sensitivity on this. We were supposed to have something in place typically every 5 to 10 years we are called or demanded to do an update, basically, for the comprehensive plan. And
so are you calling the master plan the comprehensive plan?
Well, it's the same thing. It's the master plan, but I don't think many people broadly don't like the term master. We had issues in the past with the term master, so we want to talk about it basically to be a comprehensive plan, because basically it's still a plan, basically, at the end of the day. But we prefer to use the term comprehensive.
Okay, so what is, you said it's time sensitive? So,
yeah, so we have to have an update, basically. So the original comprehensive plan was adopted in 2013, and every 5 to 10 years an update is pretty much have to happen. So we in 2025, we 2 years behind, basically.
So what happened with the information that Emily Dorr had collected?
The planning.
Is this what?
The planning commission is in the process of receiving some of that information, and we hire a consultant to compile all the information, and that is in the process of basically being compiled.
Oh, so that's in the process of being compiled?
Yes.
Her listening sessions were really good. I went to several of them. They were really good. Getting the input from the community. I'm going to yield if my colleagues.
Is there anyone else who would like the floor during this discussion item? Councilwoman Priestley.
So this has been before us before, and it was adjusted per our request. Certain items were changed. And my understanding is that we can't get any money from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation because we are not in compliance with a current comprehensive plan. Am I correct?
That's part of it. So part of this MOU is basically the language in between the administration, the planning commission, and the city council. Those going to identify the roles and responsibilities. So once that is basically documented, then we can move forward to creating a steering committee. Once we have our steering committee, then we can move forward to dealing with MEDC, with the RRC, to deal with more zoning regulations and see what they need so we can get funding from them.
Okay, and this got stymied in with our stalemate, so it kind of didn't go anywhere. So I think I'm gonna request that it go back on the agenda in the correct committee for our next committee meeting. And if, Mr. Edwards, if you could have someone here to discuss it and explain the importance, because saying how I'm on the EDC, we've talked about this there, and it's important that we do get this started and in place so that people who want to come into this city have the opportunity to get financing from the MEDC if they have the funds. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during this discussion item? All righty. Well, Mr. Edwards, Mr. Allen, thank you both for joining us. We will now close out this discussion item. There's been a motion to adjourn. Is there support? Support. Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Shad?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. Mr. Alameen is not in. Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The time is 5:40 p.m. on Monday, November 10th. I hereby close the Special Affairs Committee meeting is adjourned.
Well, y'all had y'all fifth vote here anyways tonight. You don't care? Okay, but she should share it. So what y'all gonna do tonight? What you mean? The same thing you gonna do tonight. I'm saying for no more. I'm just saying for no problems. I'm gonna sit here and look at y'all. Me too. That's wild. I guess. I'm saying, huh? The hair. The hair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At the one that ain't never got nothing to stop. But it was like summertime. And it's a good knit too. Yeah, I mean it's a you know. Girl, I bought every color they had. They had gray, black, and white, tan, Burlington. Oh, okay. Now you know a good TJ Maxx to go? What's that one with my daughter down in Detroit? I got a red and black one. I roll red and black glass. I said white and black one just like Liddell.
Stop playing. Mine wasn't knit. Hers was a.
Hers was it? Hers
I don't know
was
what that was.
Hers was crepe.
It was acetate. It was acetate. It was. She has been. Oh.
I was hoping it would be.
But it wasn't. I seen guys hanging around there. Next day they were there cleaning it up. The one that turned it down, the right place, they got like a part they pulled wrong. No Jonah. We got a nursing squad.
If I could have council members take their seats so we can start the council meeting. Different contact. It is 5:58 p.m. and I am calling this city council meeting to order in accordance with section 3-201B of the Flint City Charter. First thing we'll do is take the roll call. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson? Ms. Priestley? Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. We have 6 members present.
We have, oh, wrong person, sorry.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Priestley?
I make a motion to postpone the reorganization of council to the next meeting on November 24th.
Ms. Priestley has made a motion to postpone the organization of City Council to the next regular council meeting on November 24th. Is there a second for that motion?
Support.
Supported by Ms. Mashat. So we'll take a roll call on that motion. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
No.
Ms. Johnson?
No.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. The vote is 2 yes, 4 no, so that motion fails.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Priestley?
I make a motion to postpone the election to the end of the agenda. Or the reorganization, excuse me. And that would be after the last resolution.
Ms. Priestley has made a motion to postpone the organization of the council to the end of the agenda after resolutions and before final comments. Is there a second for that motion?
I'll support that.
Supported by the Second Ward, Dr. Lewis. We'll do a roll call on that motion. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 4 yes, 2 no, so that motion fails. So we will move on to the organization of the council, starting with the vote for the council president. As always, we will go in rounds. I will call off each member's name, and you will state the name of the person that you wish to elect as the president of the city council for the next year. Again, I will start with Mr. El Alamin, who is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Johnson?
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Priestley?
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Jerry Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Burns?
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat?
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett is not in. So that is 2 votes for Ms. Priestley, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, and 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter. Moving on to round 2. Starting with Dr. Lewis.
Judy Priestley.
Okay, Judy.
Ms. Johnson.
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Priestley.
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter.
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Burns.
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat.
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. Mr. Alamin is absent. That's 2 votes for Ms. Priestley, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter. Round 3. Ms. Johnson?
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Priestley?
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis,
Judy Priestley.
2 votes for Ms. Priestley, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter. Round 4. Ms. Priestley,
Candace Mashat.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat.
Candace Mashat.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis,
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Johnson.
Judy Priestley.
That's 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 2 votes for Ms. Priestley. Round 5. Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Burns,
Winfrey Carter.
Ms. Mashat,
Candace Mashat.
Dr. Lewis,
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Johnson,
Judy Priestley.
Ms. Priestley.
Candace Mashat.
2 votes for Ms. Winfrey Carter, 2 votes for Ms. Mashat, 2 votes for Ms. Priestley.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
I would like to make a motion that we postpone the organization for the council until the next council meeting.
the next regular meeting on the 24th.
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter has made a motion to postpone the organization of the council to the next regular city council meeting on November 24th. Is there a second for that motion?
Support.
Supported by 6th Ward, Ms. Burns. So we'll have a roll call on that motion. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no. So the organization of the council will be postponed until the next regular city council meeting on November 24th.
Through the chair to the city clerk.
Oh.
Through the city clerk.
Madam Clerk,
Yes.
the attorney's talking.
City clerk, does council supposed to suspend their rules first and then take that vote? Just because your rules say that you have to make your appointment by the second Monday in November. So I think you may need to also suspend your rules.
If it's council pleasure, I would suggest suspending that one rule. However, I will add that precedent with the 700-plus rounds previously, the rule was not suspended at any time. So, in deference to the attorney's concern, if it's council's pleasure, I would suggest suspending just that rule and not the entirety of the rules. But that's going to be up to the body.
Especially with Attorney Kim.
Madam Clerk, I make a motion that we.
Oh, hold on, Madam. So you're making a motion without the chair?
The clerk just said she recommends that we do it.
Okay, so.
Did you, so technically you're not chairing yet because we have to suspend the rule.
Oh, okay, got it.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Mashat?
I make a motion that we suspend the rule for voting for leadership.
Support.
Through the chair, that's Rule 3.1.
That's what I was looking for.
All right, I make a motion that we suspend Rule 3.1.
Okay, Ms. Mashat has made a motion to suspend Rule 3.1, and I'm sorry I didn't catch who seconded that motion.
Madam Chair, I know you have your mask. Could you say that again? I didn't hear you. It's difficult. It's coming through muffled, very muffled. I know you got your mask.
Okay. No, I was just saying, I wasn't sure who supported that motion originally.
I did.
Okay. So Ms. Mashat made a motion to suspend City Council Rule 3.1, seconded by Ms. Burns. So we will take a vote on that motion. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. So Rule 3.1 has been suspended. And just so we have sequential minutes, we'll go ahead and take that vote again on the postponement of the organization, with Ms. Winfrey Carter making that motion and Ms. Burns supporting it. So we'll just do the roll call on that one once more. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no to postpone the organization of council to the November 24th meeting.
Thank you.
All right, it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Priestley, would you mind leading us to the pledge?
Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So now it's time for the prayer or the blessing. Do we have anyone that would like to honor someone that have transitioned?
Yes,
Ms. Winfrey
Madam
Carter.
Chair. Oh, I'm sorry. Madam Chair, I would like to have a moment of silent prayer for the family of Mother Ceolia Mosley, the family of Mr. Kenneth Smith, and the passing of Mr. Kenneth Smith, and the family of Mr. Harvey Phillips, and all of the families who have lost loved ones over the last few weeks. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else that would like to honor anyone else? Oh, okay, so seeing none, I would like to also add to the moment of silence, Ms. family of Doris Carroll, the family of Doris Carroll, and also Mr. Lewindale Gillespie, the family of Mr. Lewindale Gillespie. So now we will have a moment of silence. All right, so now it's time for the prayer of the blessing. Councilwoman Mashat, would you please lead us in the prayer of the blessing?
If all minds are clear. Heavenly Father God, we come to you now in Jesus' name, just first and foremost, thanking you for this day and time. Thank you for your grace, your mercy, your love, and your favor. Thanking you for keeping us safe as we travel from our respective homes, asking that you would keep us safe as we journey back to our homes, Lord God. We ask now for a special blessing and prayer for those who are currently grieving the loss of loved ones, Lord God. We ask that you would strengthen them, that you would keep them, Lord God, that their hearts would be encouraged. Father God, we just thank you for the opportunity to serve the community of Flint. It is in your son's name we pray, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Right now it's time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, disorderly person, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. So now it's time for a request for agenda changes or addition. Do we have any agenda changes?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
We do have an add-on resolution authorizing retaining Lighthouse to provide excess general liability insurance coverage. This is a resolution that's related to your closed session that's on the agenda for today. So we wanted to provide you with this resolution because you do have a closed session on it. And Christelle is handing it out right now.
Okay, thank you. So we will have this as, is this add-on number 1? And that'll be added without objection. 2, we'll put it as the first resolution right before 250366, so it'll be the very first resolution. All right, so seeing that we have no more changes to the agenda, now it's time for us to vote to go into closed session. But first, we want to hear from the attorney regarding the closed session.
Through the chair, council president, I'm asking to go into closed session to give council an update on our insurance that will be expiring and just from the information that we have that we'd like to share. Thank you.
All right. So now we're about to vote to go into closed session.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
Any support?
I'll support that, Madam Chair.
All right, supported by Ms. Winfrey Carter. And roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. So we are officially in closed section 616. All right, the time is now 6:30, and this Flint City Council meeting is now back in session. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett is absent. You have 6 members present.
We have 6 members present. So now it's time for public comment. First speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Good evening, Council. I'm R.L. Mitchell. I live at 759 East Linden Avenue, over by the graveyard, Grace Line, and I live in 3rd Ward. Ms. Johnson, Council Lady Johnson is my council lady. To you, Madam Chair, to Madam Johnson. You see, the new generation dedicated me this trophy, Ms. Johnson, but it says on here, 10th R.L. Mitchell, 10th Ward, and I want you to make it happen. We only got 9 wards, like you got on that seat. You can make things happen like Barbara Griffith. You remember Barbara Griffith talk about cherry picking, and she can talk to any counselor in the White House, and they'll do what she say. So make this happen so we can get on with the business with this new generation coming up, talking about they don't like the saying of the master plan. He been on, and then they asked him, how long you been on? 7 years. And then he been on that long, and then he had to update every 7 years. And then 2000, and now you had a closed session talking, I don't want to get a boy his insurance. That's just like Rick Jones talking about, we got our own football team now, like the Detroit Lions in Flint. He said, but they don't recognize Southwestern High School. That's the high school I went to. The only high school in Flint to educate, let them boys play, but they use the other outside high school to promote them. That's just like the master plan. And we Flintstone don't go for that. So I'm asking you to make this happen. Because they trying to say our mayor is a pushover. He's protected. Not like Mayor Young in Detroit. Mayor Young called the shots. You see, they got their own supermarket within 10 years, even though if they did say you can't, a doctor can't have their own supermarket. We gonna have our supermarket or else deal with, like, to Wednesday. We gonna have our supermarket making history in Flint, whether you like it or not. Like that McClinton, and happy birthday to McClinton. But the mayor of Flint was McCree. All he was doing is dedicating babies and stuff. All he had to do was speak up. But in all that stuff, that nobody, like I say, make it happen. You have to do. And because Mashat, look at her. How Mashat know about the water plumbing and stuff because her boss lady was, you know who? What that woman named? What was the first mayor of Black Detroit? Black Flint.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Next speaker, Mr. Mitchell.
Come on, I can't remember.
Mr. Mitchell, that's your time. Mr. Mitchell, that's your time. Please have a seat. Mr. Mitchell, I'm bringing you to order. Next speaker, Mr. Mitchell, that's your first warning. Mr. Mitchell, thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Mrs. Jackson.
Hello, my name is Janae Jackson. I am Kiki's mother. July the 10th, my daughter was beat and strangled by Leon Alamine. July the 20th, he came and got his son from my house while I was at church. July the 31st, it wasn't by coincidence, that my mother's house on 1055 East Stewart, explosion. I sent it to Tanya, and what I'm not understanding is, when I come up here to talk to y'all about domestic violence and Leon Alamine, don't nobody come back and say nothing about him. What is it, y'all scared of him? Because if you scared, let me know, because I ain't scared. I ain't intimidated by him. I ain't scared of him. But the thing is, I'm gonna keep on coming to these council meetings concerning my daughter. And to you, Londale, you know, you came to court with tennis shoes. I think those were tennis shoes on, with your hat on. I wonder, was you coming to fight my beautiful Kiki? Was you the one gonna come drag her up out the house? Cause I'm waiting on you and him. So again, I wanna talk about this explosion, because like I said, this happened, then this explosion. This house been sitting on Stewart Street since I've been born. I've been here 57 years. Nobody never touched this house. But all of a sudden, when this come about with Leon, the explosion. Again, when are y'all gonna wake up? This demon do not live in Flint. He never lived in Flint, only when he was a child. Y'all hiding him, protecting him. What is gonna be next? Somebody dead? But I'm gonna say this, and this gonna be the end. Anything happen to my child, I will be suing the city of Flint. Y'all have a good day.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Okay, I'm going to skip names of people that I believe aren't here, so if I do not call your name and you're still here, please let me know. Next speaker is Stanley Wood.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Right now, the current poll is 64% think that everything will pass tonight, where 36% doesn't. Think you 810 for your polls that you do, including the one Friday night for hopefully our soon-to-be mayor. I seen you laughing. The ARPA money allocation. Councilwoman Priestley, you know, we ask over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But we can't get no updates. But based on some work that several people have done and looking at all the resolutions, we have more allocated than we brought in. Maybe we're not gonna honor some of them, I don't know. To city clerk, she's not here right now, but anyway, still no interpreter. I know it was said that, well, you can watch the council meeting with closed caption. Closed caption does not work on the council meeting. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Councilwoman Johnson, thank you for your donation. We really appreciate that. It's going for a great cause. The unhoused in Flint is out of control. And now with the occupancy rate at the shelters being reduced, we need all the help we can get. So thank you very much.
Very well said.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Marcia A. Talbert.
Hello again. I guess I want to understand what's the purpose of public comment. Because I've been watching Flint for a few years, and it just seems like nothing is getting addressed. And it's not so much that it's not getting addressed, but it's being ignored. And it's obvious who's ignoring, because you hear certain council persons respond to Ms. Sarah Houston about the ASL, and others just are quiet. How come we don't know how much money is left in the ARPA fund, Judy? We've been asking. You said you hadn't had a chance to look at it since September of 2024. How come they're not being answered? I just don't get it, because I would think that in a business setting, which you all are running, that you would at least address the public comments, or just stop them, because you're not listening to the public. You're really not. Speaking on domestic violence, I made it a point to have my purple dunks, my purple shirt, my purple purse, my purple iPad cover, my purple stylus. Well, I don't have purple on my phone, but I do have one, because I am triggered. Even though I've never experienced domestic violence, I get triggered by a man who sits here on this council thinking that he's untouchable. And he's not, which is why he was bound over for a hearing. And I'm so glad, because everyone has to account for their wrongdoing. He is wrong on so many levels. And all those that aren't looking at me, it's because you know it's true. And I appreciate Councilwoman Burns and Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter and Councilwoman Wrighton. I just think that it's so disrespectful that you all would ignore the obvious. The last thing I want to say is that I know words are hard, but I need you all as a council maybe to help each other, because the word is not ax, Lydell, it's ask. It's not a lecturer, it's a lectern, and actually it's a podium. It's not Pacific, it's specific. Hooked on Phonics would do a great good on this council, because you all are supposed to be presenting yourselves with decorum. You come here in tennis shoes and jeans and sweats and come on. You don't look like you're running a business meeting. You look like you're here for a fireside chat. And then nothing gets done. It's irritating, it's bothersome, and actually, you know what? You guys are useless, because nothing gets done unless you get money.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Dion Freeman.
Good afternoon or good evening, City Council. It's good to be before you all this evening. I'm glad to see everybody, regardless of any relationships or anything we've had in the past. And I just really want to applaud you women for being here and holding down the council and giving us a forum to be able to conduct some sort of business. I am a resident of Flint in the First Ward. I've lived in Flint since I was 7. I'm 55, so that's 48 years of commitment. I'm not new to City Council. I've been coming to City Council since 2008. I might pop in or pop out. You may not always see me, but I always have you all lifted in my prayers and hoping for peaceful resolutions and respectful treatment of one another. The question that I have today, and then I just want to say something. I know it's not just to go back and forth. I ask that people that live in this city and people that come from other city don't come here to ridicule our city people that we live behind and that represent us in this city. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but I take exception to someone outside of this area ridiculing our city council for their conduct. I don't always agree with the conduct, and we can do some refinement, but I don't think I can just stand here that and not address it as someone who lives in this city. My question today is just a few things on resolutions, because I've been gone for a long time and I don't understand some of the terminology. So on Resolution 250366T, it says in that resolution, F&V operations. I'm not sure what that is, and there's an acronym, FVOP. I don't know what that stands for. On Resolution 25036-7T, it says that there's going to be blight removal equipment and associated supplies. Have they told us the specific equipment that they want to spend the money on and the supplies? And then with the appropriations, the reallocation of money to Asbury, I would like to know if Asbury had already received funds, and is this going to be additional funds given to them from the ARPA fund? Also, under Resolution 250369T, it says that there's $1 million that's going to be allocated for the Blight Department. Are there specific things that will be funding? It says that there's going to be onboarding. For me, onboarding means that you're going to be hiring people. It says for an internal demolition crew. Are those people that's being hired outside of the city, or are they people that are already a part
Ms.
of
Freeman,
the city
that's your
employment?
time.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Donald Arndt.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak about the new parking system in Flint, Michigan. Both my wife Linda and I were born in Flint over 75 years ago, and we both go downtown often as we can. We received a ticket a little over a month ago for parking. We looked for the parking meters. The Flint Journal said there were going to be new parking meters. We didn't find any parking meters, so we said, well, they're still not in yet, and went in for a cup of coffee. We came out with the price of coffee plus $30. We think it's quite unfair at first because the system does allow, per the new system, allows license plates to be read. First-time people should have gotten a courtesy notice. They should have been advised of the new parking system. When we got out of the restaurant, we had trouble finding anything about the new system. And as you can see with my car and this picture, that's what we should have been looking for. But if you're in the middle of the street, those are at both ends of the street. Very difficult to read. And we think what the city should have done at first, and I behoove you all to probably do this, is to look at first-time people, their tickets, and not charge them for the first time, because we now know that there is a system. The system is good. I now have the app on my phone. Won't have it, the problem will happen again, but I think just as it happened just a week later, we asked a friend to meet us downtown for coffee. Unfortunately, we were a little late. When I got there, I said, oh, did you pay for parking? And she said, what parking? So she missed it also and ended up with a $30 ticket. So I'm asking the city of Flint to absolve the first-time users, make sure they understand that there's a new system and that that system has a way to do it. The $30 is also very high. And then add injury to insult, I appealed it. And when I appealed it, I got a computer-generated reply that says, no, your appeal is not allowed because you didn't pay. And this appeal was the very same day. So obviously the system is broken. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Cheryl Cole.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cheryl Cole, and I'm here to address a matter that I'm having with the building inspection company. I have a building across the street from City Hall, and on approximately October the 13th on a Monday, I had a driveway put in. It's a commercial building. And shortly after that, I don't have the dates in front of me because I have partnership with someone. And a couple of days after that, he went to the building inspection company and told them that we're ready to have everything inspected. So they came out and they inspected. This is what I was told. I don't have it written down. I was told that they came out and they did the outside of inspection, and they were to come back. They had to go to lunch and would come back to do the inside. And to this day, we've been there a few, I would say probably 4 or 5 times to see when they were coming back, or could they give us a scheduled date. And they said, I was told that they could not give us a scheduled date because of their busyness or their appointments that they have. But my concern is I would like to have the inside inspected so we can continue on with our business. Our business is to give charitably to the city of Flint, basically to help people who are homeless and to provide services. And we can't get started until the building's inspected, so we can, get inside to have our training or to be able to give services. And today, I was at a meeting with human trafficking, and I was asking them to pray that the inspection goes through and everything, and they were kind of negative to me. They were like, "What's taken so long?" And I'm like, is that something good to say? What's taken so long when someone's trying to do something to help the community and the city of Flint? So I'm asking that you, and also I did go to the mayor's office today and put in a request that this could be expedited or can be hurried so we can open our business. So thank you, and I guess I'll be hearing from someone.
All right, thank you. So, Madam Clerk, want to be clear, that was the last speaker?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Now it's time for council response. Any council response?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
I do want to state, probably that's going to, Cheryl from the Building and Permit Department to, the person over that is Mike Ryder. Who's over that department. And Mr. Arndt, I just don't know what to say about the ticket thing. That does go through the DDA. That's an expensive cup of coffee. That would be an expensive pot of coffee. So you shared something with me that I did not know. I do know some of the machines don't take money, cash, some only take credit cards, and I can't even put the app on my phone because I don't have any more storage space on mine. So the parking, I feel parking personally should be free because we're trying to get a vibrant downtown. We want people to be, I want downtown to be what you call a vibe. And Detroit has a vibe in their downtown. And I now get why my daughter and my son-in-law moved there as opposed to Grand Rapids and other choices. So I don't like the parking meters. I don't. So, and then too, I know that Kiki's mother left. I want people to understand that domestic violence is real. I will always advocate for whomever. There's not enough resources. It's difficult for women to get out, and then there are men. So we have to be sensitive to the people who have issued this or who have been through this and the families that come to support. And I do want to say to the Color of Law women and man now, Stanley, that giving the rewards to the people, the acknowledgement is such a wonderful thing for people because RL is here every week. You deserve it.
All right. Anyone else would like to speak during council comment?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Johnson.
Once again, to the young man who came up for the expensive coffee he bought for the ticket, we did speak to DDA, and they said that the first ticket is supposed to be a courtesy. Is that correct, Councilman? Don't know. Machette?
So he was parked like further downtown, not in front of City Hall.
Okay.
So that is a separate issue. Had he been parked in front of City Hall, then we would have been able to kind of do something for him about it that day. But what we can do is we can talk to Brandy at the DDA, and so we'll make sure that we talk to her about that ticket for you.
So what we would do is, like we said, I see Councilwoman Liddell came down and gave you her card, but we're gonna get right on that because they should give us a courtesy when you make a mistake, not automatically give you a ticket. I apologize for that. We appreciate your business in our city and continue to keep coming to our city. And Ariel, congratulations on your reward and congratulations on your award that you received today.
Thank you very much.
All right, and also for the young lady whose birthday it is, and I think she's gone. Happy birthday to you also.
All right, anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
Ms. Freeman, F&V Operations is going to be working on the water plant. Okay. I don't remember what other questions you had. I just remembered that one. And in regards to me following up on reporting on the ARPA funds, I was only following up on those so that we could maintain and know what we had left and available in community grants, so that Dr. Lewis and I could bring forward resolutions and encourage the administration to follow up on those. But I was never told if there was a problem with a contract for whatever reason. For example, Salvation Army, I understand, declined the award that we gave them. I didn't know that, so any information I had was not necessarily accurate, and I no longer keep track of that. It's not my job, that is the administration's job. I can ask them, and just like anybody else, and sometimes I have to FOIA that information. So, and in regards to, if you are a resident of the city of Flint with a concern other than you suck, you suck, you suck, you get my attention. If you are somebody who sits there and say, oh, you suck and you do this and you do that and you're all crooks and stuff, you're not gonna get my attention. If you come to us, before us, as a resident of the city with a valid concern, you have my 100% attention. In regards to the DDA issue, I went to something in Lansing. They have the same passport app that they used in downtown for them. I paid cash and I got a ticket. So, thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, anyone else like to speak during public comment? Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
All righty. So thank you to everyone that came and had a comment about either an agenda item or a city concern. As stated, what we do have in place right now is that, so if you park in front of City Hall, which obviously you don't have a concern because it's after hours, but if you park in front of City Hall during the daytime, you have 30 minutes of free parking. As far as the rest of the city, what we're looking to get in place, I know we're not going to be able to do it this year because this year is almost up, but we're also looking for to put in place a program where if you do get a ticket that day, if you pay it within a certain amount of hours, or if you call within a certain amount of hours, either be free or reduced, if that makes sense. So there will be non-payment or it will be reduced. What we will do is make sure that we bring to the attention of the DDA, because they are responsible for the meters, that we bring to the attention of the DDA that because the meters are so few and far in between, people are missing an opportunity to identify where the meters are. And we'll also try to see what we can do to get more information out there about the fact that there is an app. I'm like Councilwoman Burns, I can't ever even take a picture on my phone because I don't have any memory on my phone whatsoever. I don't have room. So I understand a lot of us do not have room for apps. And so we still need to be change people for the meter. I know I certainly need to be a change person for the meter, right? And so we will look into that for you. Thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right, seeing that there's no one else, I'll go ahead and take my time. Ms. Cheryl, yeah, I'll definitely love to talk to you about that. So definitely appreciate you for coming. In addition to, I want to be the dead horse, but yeah, you do have my card, and the precedent set by our last DDA director, she gave the grace of, the first time. And so definitely want to reach out to the interim DDA director. Well, I don't know if she's interim or if she's permanent now, but she's now the DDA director, and she's great as well. So we'll see what we can do. Because again, like Councilwoman Johnson said, we appreciate you coming to our city. We appreciate you having coffee in the city of Flint. You could have it in any of the surrounding areas, but you chose downtown Flint, so thank you. And we want to make sure that you're not being punished for doing so. So definitely thank you for that. And also, I heard that we had quite a few ARPA concerns, and I just want to highlight this. We have the resolution, it's 230464.1. I'm quite familiar because this is one of the reasons why I got recalled. So it says that the city council is to expend the $40 million that we have left. It was over $40 million. It's supposed to be expended per the council. And it also breaks down the different categories that we have. And so this is an initial start to show you where we're supposed to be. But yes, no, we have not been receiving those updates. We have not. And it looks like something that the residents would like to see. So it looks like we just need to put that on the floor. But yes, in December 31st, 2024, we started with we had $40 million left in our general fund underneath the ARPA category, which could be dispersed through council's approval. So let's go ahead and I have this if you want to see it. It's just a resolution for you to see. But definitely interested in getting the information so we all can see, because now we don't have an impasse. So thank you so much. And we will go ahead and proceed with the rest of the meeting. So now it's time for the consent agenda. Pleasure of the body.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
All right, any support?
Support.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Any separations?
Madam Chair, I just want to separate the asterisks. I'm looking for it right now, just so I can get clarification on it.
That's 250384.
Okay, yeah, 250384. That's the only separation I have.
Okay, thank you. Any more?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
250381,
Okay.
250376, 250365,
365.
and that's it.
All right. Any more?
That's on page 6, bottom.
It's on page 6.
250376.
All right, so seeing that we don't have any more, the consent agenda will include the acceptance of minutes, in addition to 350366, 350367, 350368, 250369, 250382, 250291.1, 250383, and that'll be all. So roll call, Madam Clerk.
Excuse me,
Madam
through the
Chair.
chair.
Go ahead. Excuse me, and the add-on. And just for the record, the add-on, which is the resolution authorizing retaining Lighthouse to provide excess liability insurance coverage. All right, so roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Mashat? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley? Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda passes. So now we are moving on to resolution 250. So 250381. It's a pleasure of the body.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I'd like to send 250381 to council.
All right, any support? Supported by Ms. Priestley. Any discussion? First round.
Yes, to you too, Mr. Edwards. I know you were coming here for something else. Okay. I know. I was going to catch you right there, but you never looked this way. Mr. Edwards, this is for testing the air quality and other hazardous, and I'll send those pictures over to you. I am deeply concerned because retirees and current employees in the police department, and some have died of cancer. And so looking in the ceiling, and and even in the walls, literally, I know I sat next to asbestos pipes at Whittier, which were wrapped, especially in French class, because I sat in the boondocks a lot. This is where she sent me. But these pipes are exposed and water has been leaking. There's also rusted pipes. There's fans blowing to keep the carpet dry in some of the offices. Were you aware of this?
No.
Okay. And also, when are we getting the ladies' locker room done?
That's a question to speak with facilities, the facilities.
It's been
Lee
about-
Osborne, he would be working on that piece.
I think it's been out to bid 4 times, but with the water leaking, and we lose officers for simple things like working conditions. Is it healthy? And that police department is not a healthy working environment. When you're looking at rusted pipes, what the building was built in 52? I think 52. And literally they're rust and it's coming down. I know the building was it a major pipe that bust? Was it 2 years ago or a year ago?
That's
Okay.
probably a discussion with Lee to kind of understand.
So-
He and I we have talks about this facility, and then, of course, it's
Age.
very old. It's very
Yeah.
old with a lot of interesting problems.
It is, and health problems. I mean, and I'm very serious about this. I think, and we have to take this serious. They're working in poor conditions. And literally, we know asbestos causes cancer. We know that. And when you have water that paste that goes over those older pipes has been removed, cement is actually falling down in some of the offices that are in the police department, like nice chunks, like concussion-size chunks have fallen through the tiles. That's dangerous. And so the mold, the mildew, the asbestos, I know we voted unanimously to have this taken care of, to have it looked at first and see what can we do, because something has to be done. People are complaining with skin rashes, headaches, breathing issues, and then retired officers after they've done 25, 30 years are developing cancer. And they're aggressive cancers. And they stop to think, well, you know what, I sat next to that asbestos pipe where it was torn off, or it was above my head. We have got to do better, and I'll send those. I know I asked to have them loaded up, so I could have shared those with you. And the city clerk can send those to you. She has them, so that you'll see what I'm seeing. And I'm hoping that you can put this and move this expeditiously. We don't want to, when people who come to work at Flint, the least we can do in the police department If they're putting their life on the line, we can at least make sure, at the very least, that it is a clean, working, healthy environment in that building. That is something everyone in every building. But in that one, it's terrible. It's terrible. And it's dangerous. To where a lot of them, even when it's cold, are leaving a window open just to have a cross breeze because of the smell of mildew and mold. And then there's black, well, it hasn't been identified if it's black mold. And so, I hope that my colleagues will again vote to put this through, and I will have the city clerk send those. And when you see those pictures, I know you will be alarmed too. I know you will be, because I know I was. And these are conditions that retirees who have said, you know what, I worked there, I didn't say anything because I was, I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, but now they're retired and they don't want the people who are there to work in those conditions. So I'm asking for your support in this to move this along, to let's get this tested and do all things necessary. Thank you.
Anyone else in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
So I am certainly in support of making sure that the air quality, obviously throughout every building that the city of Flint owns, is good air quality, but especially in the police department. We want to make sure that as they are working here, they're working in safe, healthy conditions, and also as they retire, and if they should incur any health concerns, that they're not incurring them because of their years of work here. So I am in support of testing the air quality and then us doing all things necessary if we should find something wrong with the air quality to get that taken care of. I yield.
All right, anyone else in the first round? All right, anyone else in the second round? All right, seeing no one else, I'll go ahead and take my time. I agree with my colleagues. I remember when Council Member Murphy was alive, when we went to the clerk's office because we were told that they had a lot of black mold and things of that nature, and we set aside some ARPA funds to remediate for those things. So this is definitely no different. So these are the things that those funds are to be used for, to keep people healthy and safe. So hopefully that we can do something about that as soon as possible. All right, roll call, Madam Clerk. Police Department.
Dr. Lewis.
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Machad?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution passes. Now we're on to Resolution 250376. What's the pleasure of the body?
376.
250376.
We should have three.
I guess I don't have all that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Motion to send 250376 to council.
Any
I'm
support?
sorry, for approval.
Any support? Support. Supported by the councilor in the 7th Ward. Any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Is this the house that we don't have the address on? Is there someone here?
I believe Mr. Carpenter is here.
You can't make this up. The address.
Hello.
Good evening. That was about a 35-second walk. How are you?
I've been here all day.
Yeah, long day for all of us. Quick question, is this the home that I know we can't give the addresses on any of them. This is the one that, was it 106 before, or is this a different one?
It's the same one.
It's the same one?
Mm-hmm.
So this, it was what was it 116 before?
No, it was 106.
Were you supposed to send us or tell us privately which home it was?
HUD directed me not to say anything, but I was asking y'all to come. We can have a conversation in my office, have a private meeting. That's something different, but they told me not to give out that information.
Because that's a lot of money to spend $106,000 on one home. I understand you're stating it's the windows, the year. What year is the home? Or can you tell that?
Pre-1920.
So it's 105 years old. So until I know which house it is, and we know how much home repair, that is a lot of money to go on one home. And then to kind of go blindly. How many, we just did funding not too long ago. Was it 400-something thousand? Are we agreed?
Funding for what?
Did you just receive funding from us what was your last funding you received from us?
That you approved?
That we approved, yes.
Yeah, it was from Eagle.
And how much was it?
For $500,000.
For $500,000. And then this is 20% of $500,000 at 100, a little over. If we were,
that's a different pot.
It's okay, so what is this pot?
This is from HUD. This is HUD funding.
So how much funds do you have working out of that pot?
$4 million.
So this one right here, you have $4 million.
Correct.
How much of that $4 million have you used?
We just started, so maybe 300,000.
Okay. So you have, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And this is if homes are, tell us about the program, because a lot of people, so the program is if you have a home, what was the letter, is it 1964?
70s.
Pre.
For lead?
Correct.
It's 64?
Pre, yep, anything before.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, anything before.
1964.
Correct.
That's what I thought, because they didn't make paint. Paint before then had lead in it, or could have lead. And so after 1964, then you don't have paint. I think that the government regulated for it not, because it also goes with disclosure. If you have a home, you have to disclose if you have a home with any known lead in it. But in a home that's 100 years old, you're gonna have lead. That's just the fact. So, so every person that goes through this program, how many have you approved so far?
I have 200 applicants.
And how many have been approved?
200.
Oh, all 200?
Correct.
Oh, so every applicant has been approved.
That submitted an application with
And
the
what's the
requirements.
criteria?
Had to have a child under the age of 6, home pre-1978. Had to meet an income limit. Submit in pay stubs, bank stubs, 6 months worth.
And that can be if they're keeping a child, because kids eat paint chips.
Yeah, that's a visiting child or keeping a child, correct.
Yeah, yeah. I had nephews who had, when they were little had, okay, I do want to know if we can have my time.
All right, anyone else in the first round? Seeing that no one else in the first round, anyone else in the second round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
So are you saying that if we meet with you privately, we should be able to find out more about this home?
No, that's not what I'm saying, but we can have a meeting privately.
You what?
No, that's not what I'm saying, but we can have a meeting privately about the program, and I can tell you about the practices and procedures and what I received from HUD.
Okay. Now, is this the only home that's going to be tested in that area, in that historic area?
That's the only application I got in that area.
In that area?
Correct.
Okay. Was there a deadline to apply for this
I have this program until 2029.
to 2029?
Mhm.
Okay. So if this home, do you have, okay, I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to figure it out. I know that the homes in that area that I'm thinking, it may cost this much for that to happen, you know, as far as the lead, yeah. I'm sure that it's other homes in that area that may need this service, this, you know, lead service. Have you sent out any type of correspondences
Yeah, we
to
do.
individuals?
We do door to door.
You went door to door?
We do door to door.
Okay. And still,
A lot of people don't have kids under the age of 6 that reside in that area. It's a lot of older individuals in that area.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that made, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Johnson.
I really don't have questions because I done did the program before. So at the end of the day, it's any lead that's in the home that you take out, correct?
Yeah, any lead, any and
right.
all.
So it could be any home in 4505, 4506, 07, 08, 09, that it could still go up to the 90-some thousand,
Any
correct?
ward, correct.
Any ward, right. So, so basically, it's just abating all lead that's in the house. Is it 64 or 78?
It's 78, but it's all lead hazards. You can still have lead present in a home, but we abate lead hazards.
Okay, lead hazard. All right, but any ward can, so it didn't matter if it was historical, it could have just been in any ward, correct?
Correct.
As long as it was a hazard.
Correct.
All right, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Job well done as well.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else in the second round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
So I know we had put it out there for quite some time. Is it too late for others to apply for this program? Because I know you came before council a very long time ago with the fact that this program would be up and running, and I know you and I spoke, so I had an opportunity to kind of get it out there, but is it an opportunity if others need?
Yeah, we still going. This is my second term, so.
All right.
Yeah, I did this for 4 years. This is my next 4 years, so.
So there's still opportunities for others to apply.
Yep.
All righty. Thank you. I yield.
All right, anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
I'm just going to be really quick. From someone who's recently had some work done on their house, it's easy to go through that kind of money. Just replacing the windows in my home 15 years ago was $15,000. And my house was originally built in 1927, and it's been remodeled twice. So, and I know that there is lead underneath paint, but I don't have children living there either. So, I mean, I don't find the $100,000 to be outrageous specifically in that area. So, I just wanted to state that I understand the cost. It's a hard pill to swallow, but we're thinking about the children that are in that home. And if that lead is present in that home and hasn't been remediated and there are children there, then it's a hazard for those children. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Burns, go ahead.
I know you feel like you've been up here a lot, right? So you're not gonna tell us, you're protecting everyone, right?
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. I mean, if I'm gonna rob a bank, I'm gonna rob it with you because you're not gonna talk. So, you're just not. So, lead is very serious. It is, it's very serious. And especially when little kids, they do eat paint chips. and it could be shiny, because paint was so shiny then, the gloss. It's a lot of money. So what all is this 100 and something thousand gonna do?
All the windows, all the doors, all the trim inside the house, the siding, walls, ceilings.
I'm sorry,
So basically anything painted.
I didn't hear you. My colleagues were having a,
All the windows, all the doors, the siding, trim throughout the house, baseboards, crown molding.
Oh, really?
Walls.
So you take the baseboards up?
Well, it has to be in compliance with SHPO.
Yeah, I mean, because
so,
they're painted.
Yeah, so we might just have to scrape it and then paint it if we can't replace it, because it's a historical house. We have to replace it with that same.
Right, you have to have it to the period that the house was, okay. So this one is going to do, did you say roof?
No.
So windows, siding, baseboards, doors, trim work.
Yep, trim work.
Did I get everything?
Yep, anything basically painted inside the house.
Sometimes that's floors.
Well, the floors in his house is stained.
Okay, because I know some people do have painted floors. Okay, I'm gonna rob a bank with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so seeing that everyone has spoke, I'll go ahead and take my time. Thank you, Mr. Carpenter, for coming before us. We know that you've been coming for quite some time. And does this have a deadline? Because I know that we're holding up the work by not signing off, but.
No, the contractors is irritated, but it's not a deadline.
Okay, all right, so just checking, because I know sometimes when you don't move, they move on to other things that pay. All right, so, but definitely understanding that lead is dangerous. It's a historical home. Historical homes must maintain a certain level of character. And so certain things that you can modify, certain ways you must modify historical homes. So we have a historical commission here, so they definitely can speak to this. But we don't want to jeopardize one child if we don't have to. Because I know some people who ate paint chips, and they are having a hard time in adulthood. And so this is serious. This isn't no, I've seen it on TV or a Lifetime special. Yeah, this is something I've seen it up close and personal. So you definitely have my support. So hopefully we can support this tonight so we can give the family the relief that they deserve. All right, so we go ahead and call for the vote for resolution 250376. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Excuse me, Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
And the vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution passes. Congratulations, Mr. Carpenter. All right, now we're moving on to resolution 250365. It's the pleasure of the body. Go ahead, Ms. Burns. All right, go ahead and send that up for approval in council. Any support? All right, any discussion?
So discussion? Yeah. Go ahead, Madam Chair. I know, I'm sorry. She's got like a motion for approval.
All right, Ms. Blair, please make your way up to the lectern, please.
I'm trying.
Issues prior with, I guess, rolling back the odometers and selling used vehicles for new. what's in place to make sure that this didn't happen to your vehicles?
We don't have, they didn't roll back.
I didn't hear you.
I'm gonna try to talk as loud as I can, guys. They didn't roll back the odometers. What they did is when, like, say you take your car in for service and they give you a loaner, that's a loaner vehicle. They sold loaner vehicles with higher mileages on them, and they were still badged when they went to go title them out to customers as new vehicles, where they're not new. It's more like a demo. It's like buying a demo car. It's not a
So they
brand.
sold them demos?
Exactly.
Like what they used to do with GM,
Exactly.
the executive cars, if you were lucky, where they would sell them with about 10,000 miles on them. That the execs, okay. But the state had took their license, so twice.
They suspended it.
They suspended, do they have it back now?
It was done within like 24 to 48 hours. It was all back.
Oh, so it was just a small amount of time?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I asked the gentleman, he said he didn't know.
I stay on top of that stuff.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. You're very thorough in what you do. I'm glad I hope you continue to get better. And I know kids go back to school, everything turns into a petri dish.
My daughter's in college. Oh my God. I get it all.
Oh, you're getting it all. You sound like someone else with some grandbabies that come home with something new. So that was my question. If he could have answered, then it would have been okay. I hope you continue to get better. I just wanted to make sure that, because it wasn't clear that if we're getting new vehicles, that we're getting new vehicles. But I get the demo vehicles, because they even loan demo vehicles out to people, to use. Thank you, and hope you feel better.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right, seeing no one else, we go ahead and call for the vote. We're looking to pass resolution 250365. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley? Yes. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution passes. So now we're on for the last resolution of the night. That's resolution 250384.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
Motion to approve.
All right, motion to approve resolution 250384. Any support? Supported by the councilor in the 7th Ward. Any discussion? on the
Madam
first
Chair.
round? Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
For clarification, and I meant to address this, Asbury has never received any money directly for food access, and they are one of our help centers. They actually are in the 3rd Ward, and this is actually in conjunction with the administration. The mayor is fully in support of giving Asbury money. They are almost out of money for their food. And everybody seems to think that Asbury is in the 4th Ward, but they're really in the 3rd and have been for at least 15 years. So, that's why I put this resolution forward to give them $25,000 on the same terms as we did St. Mark's. I yield.
All right, anyone else in the first round?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
So when you said on the same terms as St. Mark's, that means that the funding is going to go through the food bank?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
St. Mark's, through you to the city attorney, has not received their money. The price of the truck went from $1,000 to $3,000 to the food bank, yes. And they're stating that they have to follow whatever this contract is to the T, and which means the price went from $1,000 to $3,000. So instead of getting 25 trucks of food, they'll get 8. Yeah, and so I'm trying to figure out, where did this contract come in at? Because if that's the case, then Judy, it's not the same as like the help centers.
Right.
Yeah, and so, I mean, given the money, it was supposed to go, and they have not gotten the money yet. They have not received the funds yet. And they're giving food to the community. and especially in this time of need. So we need some clarity on this, and until that gets fixed, Asbury's going to be in the same boat. Because our resolution read one thing, but then there was a supplemental contract, and they're stating that the city made up. And they're paying for their own trucks, not out of this money. From 1,000 to 3,000 is an exorbitant amount, an increase. And from 25 trucks to 3 trucks is a big difference. And so, and if it means, because the Asbury has a nonprofit, and so does St. Mark. So if we need to redo it to have them go to their own nonprofits, to where we're getting a bigger bang for the buck, because I'm not willing to lose that much money. It just doesn't make sense that a contract, through you, Madam Chair, Mr. Moore. And I don't know if Mr. Borley wants to come too. I don't know with the contracts. Yeah, I talked to her earlier though. Mr. Moore, how are you again?
I spent most of the day at the dentist, but okay.
Oh, I'm gonna make it quick then. And Mr. Borley, how are you? Good. So where does the contract come in? Because our resolution just said, give the $25,000. It didn't have stipulations on it. Now they're charging from 1,000 to 3,000 per food truck. So where did the contract come in at?
The details of the contract, that's something which I'm an expert on. The way the contract works is they can reimburse, or we will reimburse them for the costs that they have. We have to prove that they actually had the service provided before we can pay them. That's because we're using ARPA dollars for that. And they can submit one invoice a month. And the number of invoices that they submit to us, that's really up to them. They can either ask for reimbursement one time, or they can do that 10 times.
Or is it easier if because they haven't spent any of it?
They haven't spent it. We haven't had
they spent their own money because the food bank.
We haven't had a request at this point.
Yeah, the food bank is saying it's a mess. So it would have been easier if we had to go to their nonprofit, because they have a St. Mark Outreach Center, because the price is cheaper. And it's going to food. Trust me, I've worked those lines. So, how do we, because if we can get 25 trucks as opposed to 8 trucks, it's just the math.
Yeah, that's really up to the food bank. That's not something that the
now
city
food
controls.
bank's saying it's the city.
No.
That they have a contract and they have to follow the contract to a T.
And that's true. They do have to follow
from the city.
But in terms of the number of deliveries and how that works, I'm not an expert on that part of it. But I don't think we specified that much detail.
There was, because they're struggling with it.
All right.
Through the
And
chair.
the contract
Anyone
wasn't in
else?
the resolution.
And the
No.
Through the chair.
hold on one second.
Okay.
So anyone else? I
Yeah.
believe this is the first round.
Are you second round?
No, this was the first round, I believe. So anyone else in the first round?
So
Okay,
you
anyone
want
else in the
us
second
going
round?
Directly to them.
All right, so
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
else?
Yes, I would like to take my time. Actually, reading this resolution, which I had not read, I just knew that it was coming. It doesn't indicate that this money will, excuse me, that it does not indicate that this money will be going through the food bank, so it can go directly to Asbury.
Okay.
So that, I was going to make an amendment to the resolution to avoid this conflict, so I'm just want to clarify that as we
All
were
right.
discussing it sidebar here.
Got it. All right, so anyone else in the second round?
I have a
Yes.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead.
Go-
Madam Chair, so why is it different for St. Mark than it is for Asbury?
I asked.
I mean, because we gotta make it equal, right?
I understand that. I'm just saying that I'm reading the resolution. Is that it's not in the resolution saying that it's going to the food bank in this resolution. And I asked the city clerk to draw up this resolution for me.
Okay, but we did do St. Mark's that way, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, so we do have to have the same as we have for St. Mark, as we did for Asbury. I mean, we just gotta be consistent.
Request for information.
I think that.
What
you
is your
need to
request?
Roll back to do the way Judy does it, because it's not gonna work any other way.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, so Councilwoman Shack, go ahead.
I'll just get the floor.
Oh, okay.
It was still my time.
All right, no, I understand, she did a request for information. All right, so go ahead, Ms. Mashack. Ms. Johnson, finish your time.
I'm just trying to see how we going with this. So, are we able to allocate St. Mark money to St. Mark versus to the food banks? Are we able to reverse that, even though it was already passed? Is that point of information, or who am I talking to? I don't know.
All right, so is that your time? Wait a minute. Okay, is that your time?
Yeah, I was
So
just.
I can answer that if you would like,
Yeah,
through the
point of
chair.
information, I
Through the
guess.
chair. So, we would have to amend that resolution. We would have to do an amendment to the resolution and pass that for St. Mark's to change it.
I yield my time.
Anyone else in the second?
Madam
round?
Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Mashack.
through you to the city attorney. Has the contract with the food bank already been signed for St. Mark?
It has. This is the standard MOU contract that recipients of ARPA all have received. So I'm just reviewing it now to make sure it doesn't have anything that stipulates that to the effect that Councilperson Burns brought up. It is the standard. It's a reimbursement type contract for ARPA fund recipients.
So what we can do is amend this so that it goes to the food bank, but before the contract is signed, just make sure it says the correct thing.
Yeah, but they don't, when you go that way, they don't get the money.
No, it'll go, they can pull from an account though. That's how that works. So it's still their money, they just pull from an account.
Like that. I have to understand what that contract,
No, that's why I'm saying just make sure their contract is correct as we fix this one.
how Judy is saying is how they all should be done. They're existing nonprofit. Because it's how they're doing it. She's actually, it's the right way, go directly to the nonprofit.
No, but what she was saying was, you said they said it was because of a city contract. So all we have to do is make sure our contract doesn't lead them to that notion with her, because we can't, if we're saying we have to be fair and do it the same way, St. Mark's is already signed. So it's nothing we can do other than, in order to do it the same way, we have to do this contract and make sure that that stipulation is clear, that it's not gonna be like that. Because other than that, if we approve it, it's gonna be different from St. Mark. We already have a signed contract.
I'm not gonna get it though, and hers needs to go that way.
All right, so just want to be clear.
So are we saying,
We need to fix St. Mark.
that's fine, but the goal tonight though is the one that's on the agenda. So are we gonna pass it as it reads, or are we amending it to go to the food bank? Or are we just gonna pass it as it reads?
As long as they get their money in.
So we're gonna pass it as it reads? Okay, and we're not amending it to go to the food bank?
Yeah, but we gotta be fair. Go ahead.
I'm giving you two things. Either
They
we,
both need to figure out how to make St. Mark's look like theirs.
so that the contract is already
I don't know,
signed.
maybe we can have them cancel it and then put a motion on the floor to do St. Mark 25 for the St. Mark outreach, which is another way to do it. Then they can both read like that one.
I mean, either way, I'm committed to making sure that St. Mark's gets fixed, but I don't wanna hold up Asbury as we're trying to
Right,
wait
that's
for
what I'm
that.
saying. If we could ask this, can the city attorney, can we cancel out St. Mark's or can they cancel it?
And hold on, wait a minute, this is getting off the rails. It's supposed to be through the chair, so let's make sure that we do it the appropriate way. And then you don't have the floor, Madam Burns. It's still Councilwoman Machette's time.
Well, all y'all just talked and wasted it, so.
Alrighty, so, this is the second round. And so, Ms. Burns, would you like the floor for the last time?
Well, technically, nobody like paused my time. Everybody was talking on my time.
So that was your time. So, Ms. Burns, would you like the floor?
No, what I'm saying is because even at the last few minutes, you were still talking on my time as well. So I'm just trying to figure out, are we going to give me my time back or what are we doing?
About a minute and 25.
I mean, no, you were having a free conversation with Ms. Burns, and it was going back and forth. So just want to make sure that we're clear. So, Ms. Burns, we are in the second round.
So you're not going to give me my time back?
No, I was not.
Okay, understood.
That's fine. So do you want to speak in the second round?
I do. So I'm going to speak, so what I want to do, thank you, is to make sure both of those are the same. And at some point through you two, to you, madam, to the chair, to the city attorney, can they cancel theirs to make it mimic, to be identical so that we can get rid of the issues? And then if they don't act on that one, because they haven't signed it. They have not signed their contract with the food bank. They have not. And then we can just do them both the same way, the way that Councilwoman Priestley's is, because then that way they're both going to go, they have a St. Mark outreach, but when we first started out with St. Mark a year ago, we were not all on the same page, but tonight we seem to be.
Through the chair, as it relates to the MOU for St. Mark, that is a fully executed contract. All the parties have signed. So what we would need to do is have a new resolution to rescind this contract, and then a resolution that will bring forward the revised contract.
So how do we do this tonight?
I don't know if you can do it tonight because council acts by resolution or.
So if they're not going to act on that one, it's not. They're paying for it themselves.
Well, under this contract, it says that the truck is $1,000 per truck.
Yeah, they're not charging them that now. It's not.
Okay.
Is there a way though, if they're not executing the contract,
Ms.
that we can
Machette,
just
you're out of
ask?
order. Ms. Machette, let's do it in order.
You have fun with that.
No, I'm not having fun with that. Let's be in order. Everybody
You
else
have
have to
fun
do
with
it,
that.
you too.
No, because as you said, you allowed us to go back and forth on my time, and now that she doesn't have a problem with it, you want to say something to me, but when we're going back and forth on my time,
if
we didn't stop
Councilwoman
it.
Burns Councilwoman Burns, is it through her? What are we doing?
She can do it through me, I'm fine. If we're gonna
Thank you
talk,
very
yes.
much, Councilwoman Burns.
Well, through the chair, let's be clear.
So, is it a way, since we do have a contract, where it's supposed to be $1,000, that we just have them execute the contract?
Through the chair.
Please keep our time going.
Through the chair, it was not the cost in the contract. That was supplemental documents that the food bank, I believe, provided, and that's in the packet. Hold on a second.
That's what they're in charge. So, yeah, so then can we, how do we do this?
Through the chair, so.
Do we put another motion on to give St. Mark $25,000, the same as Asbury?
Well, then you would have 50,000, right? Because
Well, we can
you've
have them
already
rescind, they're not
awarded-
gonna execute that when they haven't at all.
Right, but see, the supplemental documents that came from the food bank says that it was $1,000 per truck. So that was from the food bank, and that's part of the supplemental documents that was attached to the contract that the city supplied.
I'm gonna walk over there and show you something.
Okay, but if you're trying to take some type of action tonight related to St. Mark, you need a resolution.
We can put a motion.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Attorney. So anyone else in the second round?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
So, Madam Chair, through you to Attorney Gurley. So, Attorney Gurley, you're saying that in our contract, it says $1,000 for the cost of the truck, right?
No, so our contract is our standard MOU that all ARPA recipients receive. It just has the boilerplate, tells them how the money has to be spent, things of that nature. The supplemental document that I'm referring to is from the food bank, and in it, it talks about how much each truck costs. And so that was attached to the standard contract that the city approved.
So, and that supplemental contract says $1,000,
It's
right?
not this, yeah, it's not that, Jerry, because they'll charge them fees and everything
I'm
else.
asking her a question. The supplemental contract that you're referring to says $1,000.
Well, it's not a contract, but it's a
Or
supplemental
the
document.
supplemental document.
Right, it says, FBEM charges a shared maintenance fee of $1,000 for a semi-truck mobile distribution to St. Mark's for each mobile semi.
Okay, so it's obvious that they're not honoring that document, and they're charging St. Mark's $3,000 per truck. What can we do about that?
They're charging them maintenance.
Well,
fee.
I would need to see the documents, and we can at least reach out to the food bank in St. Mark and figure out what's going on.
So can you repeat what you read from that document? That
Sure.
supplemental document?
So let me get you the title. So this is the City of Flint Contract Development Packet. Its project name is St. Mark Community Outreach, care of the Food Bank. The contact person was Tiffany Pielli. And it says FBEM charges a shared maintenance fee, $1,000 for semi-truck mobile distribution to St. Mark for each mobile semi.
Okay.
And for reference, with the cost of food storage and warehouse, that load would be approximately $14,500. So they said $1,000 per truck.
So the food bank is not honoring what they said that they were gonna honor. That's the bottom line. So what can we do about that? Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, so seeing that we're in the second round, anyone else like to use their time? Was it- All right, well, we'll go ahead. and
Madam
vote.
Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
you were going to say something, through you to the city attorney.
Thank you. Through the chair to Councilperson Jerry Winfrey Carter and Councilperson Burns, if you could forward me some writing from the food bank or from St. Mark's that says that the cost has increased triple. You know, we can try to work with them and figure out what happened, but understand that this was approved, I think, back in September. So I'm not sure if there's been a major price increase, but forward the information to me.
All right, thank you.
All right, so
Thank
then,
you.
in the interim, what we can do, again, if y'all are not comfortable, the time is not going, if y'all are not comfortable with
Hold on,
the,
Ms. Mashat, that's your time, this is the second round, so,
that wasn't my time, the time wasn't even going.
no, we were in the second round.
Correct.
And you spoke and you used up your 3
I
minutes.
I didn't use up 3 minutes, I literally just asked her one
No,
question.
Listen to what I'm telling you. When you were going back and forth with Ms. Burns, it was the second round.
That was the first round.
It was the second
Madam
round.
Chair.
Ms. Johnson said it was the second
Madam
round. You all were
Chair.
having a sidebar. It was the second round.
Madam Chair,
So, go ahead, Ms.
I'd like to
Burns.
can we put a motion on the floor to add another round, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, so motion on the floor to add another round of 3 minutes. All right, so, supported by Councilwoman Priestley. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
Mhm.
All right, so Ms. Mashat, go ahead, you want the floor?
Did we do the roll call vote?
Mm-hmm.
Was it repeated?
It's 6-0, so the motion passes. So who would like the floor in the additional round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
I think that in order to deal with St. Mark's, I think the easiest way to do it is to get the information and share it with the city attorney, and then have it, whatever needs to be fixed, if we have to do something, then we can bring that to the next finance committee meeting. And I think that'll solve all that issue on St. Mark's. I'm done.
All right, anyone else in the bonus round?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
Yeah, that doesn't solve St. Mark's. So the $1,000 is the cost for the shared food maintenance, not the food. The food they're claiming is, I guess, supposed to be free, or however they work it out. So it's not, and then they're increasing, so that's not solving their problem at all. And so, Attorney Gurley, you said to send some, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you what I have, I started on this about 3 weeks ago, I think. And I mean, and they have a food drive. I don't even know if it's still going tomorrow, because the price of the truck has tripled. And so it doesn't allow them, with how the contract, the MOU is, it doesn't allow them to do certain kind of food, like rescue food. It's very specific to the terms. And so it requires a fully paid truck of food, that they got the price down to $3,000 over 8 trucks, which is outlined, and they have to sign an agreement, and they have not, because they're not getting the full amount. I mean, if it's sent to theirs, and here's where we started. I think personalities got in the way of what the people. And tonight we're saying, let's do the people for Asbury, but we were doing personalities with St. Mark. And we need to make sure, if we can get 25 trucks, I want 25 trucks, because Asbury gonna get 25 trucks. And I'm not willing to do Asbury until St. Mark gets fixed. I'm just not, because I mean, people, the lines wrap and wrap and wrap around the corners. And so however we need to fix this, I'll send you what I need to, and then I'll get with St. Mark, and you can call a special meeting, Judy, I'll show up, and we can get them, both done. Okay, well, if we can get some of the other ones, because feeding the community is important to me. I'm gonna do a special meeting at midnight if I have to, because people are hungry. And I don't even think people got all their SNAP benefits. So if I gotta come out at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna do it. So, because I know there was some language in this, and here's the thing, we had a problem, and we on a better page today, thank God. But back then, we got no for almost a year with St. Mark, because we started off at $50,000 for them, and they still been feeding this community. And their money that they got goes to outreach services for mental health, for the youth, for our veterans. It doesn't go to their food. The church and the outreach are two different entities.
All right, thank you, Ms. Burns.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Johnson.
I have a question for the attorney. So the document that you guys have, that's a binding document, right? So that means that they can't change how much they charge in the middle of what's going on now with the SNAP benefits, right? So that's a document, right, that you have, because you're not saying it's a contract. You're saying that it's a document, correct?
Correct. It is just a document.
Okay, so the document means that's how much they was gonna charge us per food truck that we signed on, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so now my question is, how are they able to raise it to now, was it 3,000, 1,400? How are they able to raise it to that amount, and you have a document? You didn't say a contract, but it's still a document. How are they able to raise that?
I don't know. I don't know what the conversations have been, so I would need to have some contact information for St. Mark as well as the food bank to figure out if we're all saying the same thing. Like,
Right, but from what we know and from what you know, the document was 1,000 per truck.
that is the information that was listed on the supplemental documents that was included with our contract. Our contract does not state how much St. Mark and the food bank are going to have for the food truck. That's not part of this. Our contract simply says the city is going to give $25,000 on behalf of St. Mark's to the food bank, and the reporting and how much the compensation will be. That's the extent of our contract. Now, with St. Mark and the food bank, that's a separate contract.
Okay, so why is it separate? So why the 1,000 that you have in your document is not the same? Because it does still goes with the city, right? Because you say your document says 1,000. Why are they jumping between St. Mark and the food bank versus the food bank and the city? Because the food bank and the city, the document says 1,000. Now St. Mark and the food bank, they're telling St. Mark something totally different.
Well, that's what we have to figure out, where the increase is coming from.
Right.
But I'm just trying to make it clear that in the MOU that the food bank signed on behalf of St. Mark says that they will receive $25,000 on behalf of the St. Mark to supply the food. That's the extent of our contract. So
Thank you so much.
All right. Anyone else in the bonus round? All right, seeing if there's
Madam
no one
Chair.
else. Go ahead, Ms. Mashat.
So, Madam Clerk, is there a way that, because what I don't want to do is make a motion tonight and then we not be able to rescind this contract. Are we going to be, through you, Madam Chair, to the city attorney, are we going to be able to rescind this contract since it's something different from what we thought we were agreeing to?
Allow the law department to look at exactly what has changed from the original contract that we signed with the food bank versus what is happening presently. It's hard for me to find out like what has happened that may have resulted in a price increase.
I got it. So would you advise us to amend this tonight to include St. Mark to get $25,000 that they get themselves, and just put the contingency of they get the $25,000 only if we can't fix this contract, and then we'll just give them $25,000 themselves? Like, I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, you know, through the chair, what's on the floor right now is just Asbury.
Correct.
Right? So in order to do something with St. Mark, it seems premature until we can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Even if we put that contingency in there?
You've already awarded $25,000.
Right.
So that's the thing, and that contract has been signed by all the parties.
Correct.
So at this juncture, unless you have a resolution that says that council wants to rescind that contract, it's difficult for you to take action.
Would we
without
run into
something in
issues
writing.
rescinding that contract, though?
I'm sorry?
Is it a possibility for us to run into issues rescinding that contract?
If the price has tripled and you don't agree to that, and St. Mark's has an issue with that, that's a discussion we have to figure out. Okay.
All right, that's your time, Councilwoman?
But she was saying that she wants to look at it just to kind of see if there's something they can fix or have a conversation to mediate the situation. Right, but in the meantime, we have to figure out what we're gonna do about Asbury.
All right. Is that
So,
your time?
you see the clock just like I see the clock. So,
Ms. Shad, let's-
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Madam
And so,
Chair.
seeing that that's, Ms. Winfrey Carter, you're the last one to speak.
Thank you. So, with all of the conversation around this resolution and how St. Mark's resolution was written to go to the food bank and all of that, it was St. Mark's and two other.
Bethel.
Was it Bethel? No, it was St. Mark's. Listen, it was St. Mark's, the Mission, and some other organization. I wonder, are they having issues with theirs?
Point of information.
What is your request?
The other organization's having trouble because of the government shutdown, trying to get their certifications to be able to receive federal funding. That's the issue that one's having.
Okay.
Request for information.
What is your request?
Thank you. Does the speaker know that Bethel did receive food access and they're not 50,000 and they're not having problems from food access?
Okay. But are they being charged?
1,000.
Okay. So something is wrong, clearly. But with that being said, tonight, I will not be voting on this Asbury resolution until we can figure out how we can make this equal with all of the organizations that need the food and what we voted on. Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to leave the resolution for Asbury here at council, or maybe yeah, I'm gonna leave it here at council.
All right, there's a motion.
And then hopefully by the next council meeting, we should be able to have everything on track. Thank you.
All right, there's a motion to leave resolution 250384 in council, and there's support.
Support.
All right, supported by the councilwoman in the 6th ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution will be left here in council.
Motion to adjourn.
So Councilwoman Priestley said a motion to adjourn. Any support? Supported by the council lady in the 3rd ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Mashat?
Oh, shit, you got your leather jacket on, too.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yep.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
She called her a bitch
Oh.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
tonight, and I have.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No, I'm just,
Yes.
I got too much going on.
It's a motion to adjourn. We're voting on the motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes, I will.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
They received
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The time is officially 8:09, and this city council meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
550,000.
What do you mean they didn't put it on?
They used it for maintenance on trucks.
What does that mean? Like they put gas or they fixing levees? What does that mean, maintenance?
Doing maintenance on the trucks. You know, whatever the trucks need maintenance. What?
They
That's
was,
what
yeah.
the 3,000 is?
No, yeah, but they had gotten, the county had given them 550,000. And the county.
Oh,
Ask her dad about,
for,
yeah, for food.
For
And-
the food?
Yep.
So why are they
They used it on
charging-
maintenance.
Okay, so why are they charging St. Martin's
So how does it
$3,000?
normally work? The cost of the truck is just for the food, right?